Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. Really appreciate you being here. Today's going to be a very chill, relaxed video. I'm going to go over things that I've purchased in 2025, talk about my thoughts behind the decision in buying them, talk about the investability of those products, talk about also kind of my plan, maybe for these products as I continue to purchase as the months and years go by. What am I thinking about? Because at some point, um, we have to make decisions and realize our gains, or maybe some other items I plan on holding a longer time. And I think that's going to be different for everybody, but I want to share my perspective as to why I buy things, um, opportunities that arise, how I approach them, and what I plan to do in the future with some of these products. So I'm going to switch to my phone. If you've seen my collection video that I posted a long time ago, um, it's going to be somewhat similar to that, but just with a different lens, so to speak. So let's get into it. Hey, what's good? All right, we're going to start over here because if you haven't seen this before, this is how I store things. It's mostly in this dresser, and then I keep a lot of other stuff in the basement, which we'll get to. But first, we're going to go over things I purchased in 2025. So we're not going to include the booster boxes that I purchased because I've been buying these since like 2023. Got this Astral Radiance box for $175 back in January. So great price. Box is pretty nice. There is like maybe a dent, but it's pretty typical for booster boxes, so it's not perfectly pristine. Just picked up a Chilling Reign box, got it for like $430 or so, which isn't like the greatest price in the world, but long term, I'm not worried about it. So for things like this, I plan on holding for probably at least another year, and then a big part of what I do is just evaluate where I'm at in the market. A lot of the videos I've been making recently, I feel like the market is super hot right now, but I still feel like there's a lot of opportunities. And I'm just in a period where I'm pretty much doing the exact same thing I've always done, which is, try to find decent deals and constantly consider which sets I'm targeting, and then thinking of, exit plans for that. So, if Chilling Reign hits $1,000, I have a few boxes of that. I'll probably sell one of them. Of course, I don't need the money, but it's always good to take some profit. And for instance, I think like a good strategy would be like, if this is $1,000, chances are something like Destined Rivals, Surging Sparks is going to be closer to the price that it's at now. And some time will have presumably passed. So it would be a good opportunity to take profits from something like this, maybe roll it into, I don't know, part of a case, for instance, of like Destined Rivals. That's something I really want. So just a thought, it's always good to evaluate where you're at in the market, right? And, just continue to make the best decisions you can, and ultimately try to realize some of the gains that you make. I got two of these Costco, like 2-pack bundles, so I'm pretty lucky to get that. Shout out to Pokénotify. This is some bulk from a recent Destined Rivals opening. Let's get into the dresser here. We got another ETB stuffed over here. We got a random Phantom Forces pack that I pulled from a mystery box, which is interesting. This is me in college, and my friend made this card for me. It's kind of funny. Casper, I promise this is going to be shipped. He lives in Norway. Shipping's like $40. I got you, bro. You won the giveaway. I'm going to get you. And here I have some singles, some more bulk, kind of like personal gaming stuff, nothing too crazy. Got my actual Pokemon games over there. I should probably store those better. We have clothes for guests that stay in our house. And here I have some more bulk. I have some of these fusion blisters that dropped on the Pokemon Center recently, and then these I got at Walmart. It's Fusion and Astral, or maybe Silver Tempest. This I got for free. I don't even remember where, but I didn't buy that with money, so don't worry. Yeah, a couple PC ETBs for Journey Together. We got a number of booster boxes. Should probably put some acrylic on these. You know, whatever. What is this? Is that Chilling Rain? Yeah, I should probably definitely put one on that. Couple Journey Together boxes. This is Paradox Surging. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oh, got my... Oh, sorry. God. Surging I got for like 183. Paradox. So 183. It was in a Safari Zone bundle. I'll probably hold on to everything, obviously, especially the Surging and Journey. Paradox, I'm going to evaluate kind of how this next year goes. We'll see, but I have a lot of hopes for it. This is a fun section. Destined Rivals, PC ETB. Maybe put a cereal box on that one. We got a sealed 151 mini tin display, and then these are all PC ETBs for Prismatic Evolutions. The best product you can have for the set. So I keep them in here. Target releases these cereal boxes that perfectly fit these every now and then. They're usually sold out, and I was able to get a few of them, which was pretty nice when I actually went to the store. So yeah, this is what storage looks like if you don't have a perfect system. And it's actually a good motivator to sell off maybe a few things. I might sell a couple of these Prismatic bundles just because, like, I don't know, they're kind of big to store. I mean, I don't have any reason to sell them. I'm just trying to figure out where to put them. I have some space in my basement. It's not that big of a deal, but, you know, it's like, this is probably money that's going to be tied up for a little while. And I already have a number of ETBs, so maybe I could sell a few of these and roll that into something else that I think is going to have a higher return, whether that's like Crown Zenith or Sword and Shield, or, you know, it's probably a decent time to buy Sword and Shield in the grand scheme of things. So that would be a good idea. And then nothing crazy in here, but if you've seen the collection video, you already know what's up. There's some more booster boxes, precariously placed, you know, 10 feet in the air, but it's like Paldea, Fusion, etc., etc. These 10s are all loose packs of Sword and Shield. I have 80 Evolving Skies, 67 Lost Origin, 33 Fusion, and then a couple Sea and Sky boxes. So these guys live in here. I don't plan on moving these for a while. Maybe I'll take some profits at some point, just to realize some of the gains for loose once, like, you know, booster boxes jump up again and, you know, ancillary products catch up. But yeah, kind of what I'm thinking. I'm happy holding all of this product for a while. As you know, I'm a big Sword and Shield boy, and I think there's plenty of room to be had in the growth. But again, like, this next year is going to be really interesting for the hobby, and as far as demand goes, I'll probably be looking to take some profits after another leg up, or maybe 2 more legs up. And of course, nothing is guaranteed. You know, maybe demand dies, but yeah, I think for these older products, it's worth, like, just seeing where the prices are, because liquidity gets harder as the price goes up, and it's never a bad idea to realize those gains. So let's go down to the basement, and I'll show you what I got down there. All right. And just to be clear, like, there is no water risk over here. And I do have a humidifier nearby, and I keep, you know, these storage packs in here. It's pretty, like, humidity is pretty well regulated down here, believe it or not. And it stays very cool, and there's minimal light. So far it's worked for me. But yeah, this is a lot of what I've purchased this year. You can see, like, a lot of these little products, like Astral Radiance Build-In Battles, like, you know, booster boxes were out of stock, ETBs were out of stock up until, you know, December or something like that. And so what was left is, like, these little Build-In Battles that, you know, nobody really wanted, and they took a while to sell. A bunch of Fusion Strikes I got in January. That includes, like, a lot of stadiums, which you can see down here in the bottom. I have a number of other things in here as well, but some of this I got. Here's my Twilight box. Like, I got this in, you know, 2024. Looking pretty good. Very stretched out box. It's very odd. But yeah, I do plan on buying some more like storage boxes and bubble wrapping and all of that. So don't worry. This is just a temporary little situation, so to speak. These I got in December, so it doesn't really count. If you see my collection video, you know the deal. I think I have like 6 of these little mini battles and then a couple stadiums. Pretty much all these 151s I've gotten this year too at retail. So I haven't paid over MSRP yet for one. I will if the deals are available on Facebook, if I can get them for like 50, 55. I think even at 60, it's a good buy, but I'm trying to be patient somewhat. So yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. I got these Infernape boxes. They have 1 Fusion, 2 Lost Origin, and 1 Astral Radiance. And it's a pretty cool looking box. It even has like a grippy texture, which is odd. Or not odd, but pretty interesting for a Pokemon product. But yeah, I mean, this is like an opportunity they had on Target, like $19.99. You know, I just kept being able to get a couple of them now and then. And honestly, in the future, like this is something that I would consider selling. I'll probably prioritize selling like, you know, your bigger products. You know what I mean? When did I get this? I got this a while ago. That said as a count. Here's a Build and Battle Stadium. Pull one of these out. Look at that thing. Nobody wanted this. $66. Here we are now. Crazy, am I right? Yeah, and they got hammered in delivery, by the way, which that's not even damage, really. That's just a weird product, but yeah, Pokemon Center does not ship stuff well. But yeah, as far as taking profit goes, I will probably look in the future, like in a year or so, at selling big, bulky collection boxes. Some of these like build and battles, I think, will be good to sell just because it's not as desirable as something like a booster box. And, you know, it'll be a lower price point, so people will want to rip it at a lower price point, you know, 4 packs versus 36. So let's go over to this box. This is a funny box. Here's all my regular Prismatic ETBs. Yep, got them at retail. You can still find them at retail now and then if you're patient. I have a couple Journey Together ETBs, and I was just at the store one day and I was like, fuck it, $50? Like, I can't say no to that. So I had a few of these. I ripped 2 of them and I got absolutely nothing. I'll probably rip another one, or maybe I can use it for a giveaway at some point, but I don't know. Do people want Journey Together? I like Journey Together. I have a poster collection box, chilling. I don't know. I don't even remember how I got that. I think I got it on Walmart recently for like $16 or something. So I was definitely happy to, you know, get one of these guys. But they are pretty big to store. So, you know, in the future, I would consider selling that product. Again, I when it comes to selling, it's a lot of just like, is there something I think is more investable, like rolling profits into that? And also, is it literally just convenient for me? Like, these things are not super convenient for me, although I'm always going to buy them if I see them, right? But, you know, it's kind of just like a big 4-pack box. And I know I always preach booster bundles, booster boxes, things like that, but, you know, it's just something to keep in mind. And then you can see underneath, these are the Legendary Warrior collection boxes. So it has like, I think 12 or 14 Sword and Shield, and I have 3. I got them for retail. Only one of them has a Fusion Strike pack in it. The rest are like Brilliant Star, Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, which is solid. But yeah, I found it interesting that one of the 3 boxes has 2 Fusion packs, so 2 out of the 36. Either way, it's a great value. Can't complain. But yeah, guys, like, you know, this is kind of the reality, I imagine, for a lot of you. Now, some of you guys might have like way better storage situations, but this works for me. You know, they're pretty safe, well protected. The clear bin I am going to swap out for a dark bin, so don't worry about that. It's just kind of what I had a while ago, and then it just works well. But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. Of course, I'm gonna keep buying. You know, I have disposable income to invest into the hobby. I believe in it long term. But at the same time, like, I mean, look at how many ETBs is this? 8? This is what 8 ETBs look like. So if you don't have cases to stack, like most collectors, because good luck getting a case of this at retail, pretty hard to do. Yeah, like this is kind of what it looks like. So for me, I don't mind selling a lot of the bigger stuff. So that's kind of what I've been thinking. Pretty much most of the small products you see here were purchased in 2025. I think I have a lot of ETBs. There's Paldean underneath here. Lost Origin, right? But I got all that a while ago. Astral Radiance, there's a Silver Tempest booster box chilling. And here's my my One Piece position. There she is. A box. I've opened 2 of these. I had a lot of fun doing that with friends, but I just decided to keep one of them. So I honestly don't ever think about One Piece like that. But yeah, a lot of 151 booster bundles. I've heard that there's going to be more reprints for 151 this summer. You know, there's always going to be opportunities to buy 151 over the next year, I think. So, yeah, I think even at current prices, demand just eats them right up. But I think my plan is, like, buy things that are older, like 151, Crown Zenith, stuff like that. Sit on it, wait for deals to come to me as far as, like, retail goes. And then consider after, you know, maybe quarterly or, I mean, I'm always thinking about what to sell, but quarterly, every 6 months, evaluate where I'm at in the market, what I feel makes sense to keep. For instance, like if I were investing with these Journey Together ETBs, like I kind of just bought these to have them because they were just available. And I'll probably rip them at some point. But like, for instance, this would be a perfect thing to sell for space, to roll like, I don't know, 100 and, what are they, like 65, 70 bucks? Roll 130-ish dollars into something else, like 2 151 booster bundles, for instance. That would make sense. So these are things I'm thinking about. You know, it's good to just keep an eye on where you're at. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Short one today, nothing too crazy. Happy Sunday. Thank you for watching. And let me know your plans this summer. I'm curious to see if how you guys store things, how you guys think about selling things, buying things. I want to hear it all. So yeah, I will see you soon. Peace, guys.